Hello, this is Ball 104, and I'm gonna make a final rant of Gravity Falls series finale episode Weirdmageddon 3 and 4 Take Back the Falls. Well, folks, this is it. This is the end of Gravity Falls, as we all know it. After being on Disney Channel, Disney XD and Disney Channel for at least since June of 2012, this rant you are listening to will be the final. I repeat, it will be the final rant of the year. In fact, it will be the final rant of lifetime for the show. Anyway, for what happened is seriously wonderful. After Dipper, Mabel, Stan, and the others barge into the mystery shack. I'm sorry, Dipper, Mabel, Seuss, and Wendy barge into the shack. They find out that Stan and the other refugees, the other survivors, are taking refuge at the dilapidated mystery shack, and yeah, they did. And what else? Oh yes, and they also told each other about what was going on, what they can do to stop this weirdness, and take down and destroy Bill Cipher once and for all. I don't have a lot to say though, so I'm sure some of you who have watched it will probably know. But anyway, I believe it starts out when we all know what happened with Ford after he was captured by Bill and was eventually turned to stone. However, Ford was released from his stone prison, and he ended up at what appears to be a mansion, but it turns out it was Bill Cipher's suite. And Bill Cipher was convincing Grunkle Ford to open up to handshake him in order for Bill Cipher to enter Ford's mind, which Ford greatly refuses. So, however, it comes with a great risk and, of course, the biggest sacrifice. The biggest sacrifice is, erasing your own mind, and other things like that. But anyway, at the other part, Ford was able to help the other people, and of course find a way to defeat Ford. And they even built a battle mystery shack robot. I don't know what it's called, but hey, at least it was useful only for a while until Bill Cipher damaged it though. Anyway, other things has been going on like shit, and wow. At least no one died, but Bill Cipher has finally been destroyed and the world has been saved. And even the biggest sacrifices, like I said, is risk your own mind. And of course, I apologize, people, because I didn't have a lot to say though, so it's a little difficult for me to explain. But anyway, Bill's mind has been erased after Ford managed to trick Bill into entering what Bill Cipher thought it was Ford's mind, but it turns out Stan Lee Pines. I meant to say Stanley Pines was in Ford's mind. And as a result, Bill got disoriented and eventually evaporated. Well, actually evaporated, but not until Grunkle Stan gave him the final blow, which then finally puts an end to Bill Cipher for good. Alright, after this weirdness is over and everything has been reversed, everything has finally went back to normal. has what appears to has everything that was interrupted by Weirdmageddon is now changing back. Everything has just gone back the way it was before Weirdmageddon struck. Of course, maybe some changes has been and of course there were also some changes has been going on, like for example, Pacifica Northwest and her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Preston, are forced to sell their they had to sell their Northwest mansion after Preston Northwest foolishly bankrupt all of their money, because they bankrupt all of their money because he made a bad deal with Bill Cipher, which lead to the Weirdmageddonness and other things like that. Robbie's parents are also keeping their yard safe, especially with the keeping the dead zombies from coming out, and of course other things like that. On the other hand, Dipper and Mabel, who are now 13, are celebrating their their birthday as well. However, but before that, Dipper and Mabel had to regenerate. Regenerate Stanley's mind after the use of Ford's memory eraser gun had completely wiped Stanley's memory. Cause hey, it's the only way to get Stanley's mind back. It's the only way for Stan's mind to be regenerated is when Mabel reads the scrapbook to Stan, and that however managed to regenerate his mind. Anyway, last part, Dipper and Mabel celebrate their birthday, and Grunkle Ford wants Stanley to come with him on a sailing adventure for another paranormal adventures. Only this time it's overseas, if I'm not mistaken. And just as you thought the Mystery Shack was going to be shut down for good, Grunkle Stan decides to sell the mystery. Well, actually, he didn't sell the shack though. He decides to let Seuss be a permanent owner of the Mystery Shack, which is great. Because to be honest though, I've heard that Seuss wanted to be the owner of the Mystery Shack ever since he started working there, which is great. And of course, the sad thing is that right before Dipper and Mabel hop on the bus to go back to California, well, it was a kind of a sad and it's a sad and tearful goodbye to all. It was just we just had to say goodbye, because since summer has finally come to a conclusion, it's time for Dipper and Mabel to grow up and become teenagers and soon adults. And to be honest though, I wonder what life would be like for them if they were as teenagers and adults. What do you guys think? And finally, on the bus, Dipper managed to read the letter that Wendy gave him with the final message that says, "See you next summer." It also contains signatures from not just Stan and Ford, but their friends as well. Okay, as always, this is the end, beautiful friends. The end of Gravity Falls series. This concludes with Gravity Falls series finale, Weirdmageddon 3 and 4, Take Back the Falls. Wow, just wow. This has got to be the best series ever. And best of all, I am so glad Alex Hirsch made a conclusion to the series, because he is a freaking genius. Alex Hirsch, you are a genius. I take my hat off to you, Paisano. Alex Hirsch, if you are reading this rant, us Gravity Falls fans just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are the best. And thus, people, this concludes the rant of the video. If there's anything I missed, you may place your comments below. Keep it nice and clean, okay? And until then, Ball104 signing off from Gravity Falls Rant for the final time. Farewell.